everyone. Welcome to Parliament. Second Parliament election after the second Parliament meeting after the election. First things first, FMIG, get off the chair. Sit down where you should be sat. Thank you. I think I'm going to invite Barto. Yeah? You first, Barto?
Yes, thank you, Mr.
There you go.
Welcome, everyone, to today's Parliament meeting. As I've stated, I have very big news for Parliament today and for all of Thalvian. In 2 weeks, we are planning the biggest event in the entire history of our nation. In 2 weeks, we are planning the coronation event, where I will officially be crowned as Emperor of Thalvian, together with the third Prince Healy and the fourth FMRG. And not to forget, Mr. Alex Givengrace as the High Priest of Thalvian. This event will partake at the same time as Parliament in 2 weeks. It will be in the Church of Sunamania that has yet to be built. I wish to see as many of you on this glorious day. May that event, may that day be remembered as the dawn of a new age for our nation, as the dawn of a glorious new step towards prosperity, towards brotherhood, and the golden age of Thalvian. Glory to all of you, and glory to Thalvian. Can everyone go in global and spam glory to Thalvian, please? Just a whole change. Just a whole chain of glory to Thalvian. I am going to put the prefix away now because I'm not going to use it until the day comes. But yeah, if you were wondering why my name was so ugly compared to my prefix, that is the reason why. It's the same color as the Emperor prefix. I hope to see as many of you there. I will write an announcement. I will share that announcement across all the citizens. And also, I plan on making this event bigger than the return event, which was 50 people big. I hope you guys can help me reach that goal. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Your Majesty. I now invite the Right Honourable Member of Parliament, the Premier FMRG, to address the House and give an update on this week's work.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so we have a very beautiful thing today. So, Rob, today we're going to start off with what we've been doing for the nation. The best part about what happened today is that, this week we purchased a Gearness. We finally did it. We got a Gearness and now in this nation. One of the best days we've had for this nation was having a Gearness join into our nation, and it was very beautiful. Now we have full control over that region. And now we're going to be soon have the capability to build the World Tree in Sunamanian Sanctuary. It's going to be big and beautiful. Some may say a bit too big. It's going to be world-sized. World Tree Center. That's an amazing name. Let's just hope that they don't. Let's just hope that they don't send any lightning strikes against it. I don't know. Anyway, no, the world tree was. I don't know what the world tree was in Kilvora, but now it's gone. It's in Sanctuary now. Anyway, so recently we've also been making a lot of money. Hopefully soon to be able to pay off Mr. Nice, because Mr. Nice is a very nice guy. I can tell you that much. I mean, it's in the name. It's in the name. Very nice guy, and we're gonna pay him back very quickly. We're making a lot of money, and we're going to make a big donation to his cause. And what we do know is that there's possibly, very possibly, a lot of money that's going to be coming in to our nation because of the fact is that we have a lot of different areas that we're going to be making money from. I mean, we're going to make money from both the we're going to make money from both the flowers, which I will be doing. We're going to make money from both from the XP. We're going to make money from the tools and the armors that we're making, and it's going to be a lot. And then obviously if we get the build company up and running, and then obviously Healy Mart, and we make a lot of money everywhere, a lot of places. We love Healy Mart, by the way. We love you, Healy. Love you very much. We're gonna make a lot of money everywhere. We have a bunch of, it doesn't matter, it's Healy Mart now. Anyway, we have a lot of different sources of money, so we're going to make a lot of money very fast. The next thing is that we have been constructing a lot of different places across the country. I mean, Elskagard, I believe, if I have not mistaken, is that the capital is very nearly done being deconstructed, so then we can start terraforming. And I want people to assist with Luke in tearing down the old Capitol building, so then we can get started on terraforming. And it's gonna be big and beautiful, big beautiful, one big beautiful claim. Quite frankly, it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna say big and beautiful because that's what Thalvian is, big and beautiful. And also, one thing that has happened, the one thing that has happened within the last week is that I want to say thank you to Sanctuary for their graciousness, because they have graciously donated Stonesville. They have given Stonesville to Elskagard, which the transfer is already underway. It's already happened. And now Stonesville is now Elskagardi's territory. And it's big and beautiful. One big beautiful claim. And we're currently in talks with Michava to reunite the claim into one big beautiful claim, not two little claims. One big beautiful claim. Yes, you can speak on that right afterwards. Anyway, and then obviously we have a lot of people in Herbs Victoria that have built a lot of beautiful buildings there. A lot of development has happened there, and it's beautiful. A lot of very beautiful buildings. I want to go take a tour around there after this parliament meeting, because there's a lot of buildings I want to see. It's gonna be beautiful. Now, lastly, I want to announce that I am going to be introducing a new amendment to the Constitution that we may vote on after later on, after I let Luke speak on the matters regarding Stonesville. Speaking on Stonesville, we will Elysium will still be the mayor of the town, and I hope this brings a lot of peace and unity, and making things right for Elskagard, because of course we have Son of Mania back, and also what the hell is happening out there? Anyway, what I'm going to say is that a lot of things have happened to Elskagard. I mean, Sanctuary has had Son of Mania back, but what about Bergatike and what about Diley? Well, those claims need Elskagard needs to be compensated, and now they got Stonesville, and hopefully we're going to get their claims back. We're going to talk to Michava about that, and it's going to be big, very big. Now, you want to guess what I'm going to say next? What's after big? It is beautiful. Exactly. You guys got it right. Amazing. It wouldn't be very nice, Mr. Nice. It wouldn't be very nice. Not very nice at all. Now, I will resign I will resign to Luke so then he can speak in front of the parliament. Thank you.
We have been in talks with Mitcheve in that Discord, and we may be on the brink of a massive, big, beautiful deal, such as a beautiful bill, quite frankly. They said that for 50,000, we can do a 10 chunk deal, and we might try to buy up Diley and connect Stonesville to mainland Elskegard. Thank you, Your Majesty, Mr. Speaker. I resign the floor to whoever is speaking next.
That will be me, I think. Can you hear me well?
Yes, Mr.
Yes, we
Soyu.
can.
Okay, so the reason that I'm speaking right now is also because like I have to eat, so I'm gonna keep it a bit short. Alaikum salam, Luke Haken. So I'm just giving like a simple report of some of the things that we have been doing. I have started a brewing apprenticeship where I'm gathering people that are wanting to learn certain recipes and wanting to learn certain ways of brewing. I'm gonna try to. I have 3 people under my wing that I'm gonna try to teach brewing so that they can take
Please
over.
stop. Please stop that. Please, guys, please stop.
So
It's
they
very
can take
annoying.
over brewing
Don't
when
hit
I'm not
each other.
available to brew, because I've been very busy lately and I'm trying. So instead of making up excuses for like lack of production, I'm gonna get people to help with production. Next, a shipment of weapons is gonna make its way to Skodra. A couple, like potentially 1 to 2 barrels of scythes, a bit of armor, and things in that regard. I'm sending it over here, and that is essentially it. We also have some build plans for Hyperslavia to hopefully actually make it a proper town instead of just flatland right now. We have a plan that we're working on to get buildings and people all situated in the area. And yeah, I will now resign the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Soyuz.
You're welcome, Pookie.
Is there anyone else who wants to say something? Wants to bring something up to Parliament?
Yeah, may I please have the floor?
Yes, Mr. Elysium, you may speak.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. And I thank the King and the current temporary speaker for allowing me to speak to Parliament today. I would like to speak as my first time as the Minister of Infrastructure. We have a lot of good plans coming up, especially with Stonesville, which has been tossed around just recently by everyone in the Parliament. I am going to be the head architect for Stonesville, and I'm currently the mayor. So Stonesville, I'm planning to make it into a really, as everyone said, a big, beautiful city. There'll be a lot of really good buildings such as botanical gardens, town hall, 5 suburbs, and even a special international zone where we're going to have international law, including a court of arbitration, an economic council, and a general assembly for other nations to come and negotiate not only with Thalvian, but across globally. Ooh, hello. Anyways, along with this, we also have a couple of other projects that need a lot of help from people, especially with such as the World Tree, Sonomania, Elskegard, Stonesville, and including a rail network which has been tossed around by a lot of people. Now, now as the Minister for Infrastructure, I've been requested by the King recently to help optimize to allow people to come and help and sign up to become architects. And so I would like so I'll be posting a lot more announcements on people who are willing who will be wanting to help. If you would like to help or are interested in learning how to build, contact either me, the Minister for Infrastructure, or the King, and we will give you tips and teach you how to build. That is pretty much all I wanted to say. I yield myself from the floor.
Thank you, Elysium. Is there anyone who would like to go next? I see Mr. Peter over here saying he would like to go next. Mr. Peter, you may speak. I'll just type in game. I'll read for you. On behalf of Askisk, motion to ban FMRG from the nation.
Wow, there are a lot of people ready to jump you right now. That kind of sucks.
No. Hold on. I'll let Askisk speak for himself. Askisk, you can come up to the stage. Askisk.
So, as we all know, FMRG has done a lot of ill to the nation.
Askisk, I would like
with
to
that,
keep it
we must
professional. Askisk, I would like if you keep it professional. So if this is not meant to be serious, then please leave the stage.
Well,
Askisk, is this meant to be taken serious or not? Because you are being very
Mr. Speaker,
disrespectful.
point of order. Can I have a point of order?
Okay, Askisk, disrespect like this will not be tolerated in Parliament. If you do mean it, please speak up. If not, leave the stage.
Leave the stage.
And you have been warned by this. By the next, you will be escorted out. Elysium, you wanted to say something on that?
I just want to respond back to whatever Astic was talking about. The fact that they just came into the chamber and did this after we were having such good discourse about what was coming up for the nation just shows the immaturity of the nationalist revivalist movement and the immaturity to actually lead. We're in this chamber to lead, and you guys do this. So I think it's just pathetic and very immature, Mr. Speaker.
Ask us, is there anything you want to respond to that?
Alright. So, for that little thing that Elysium just said, one, I'm not in fucking Parliament, alright?
Please
It
don't.
was really Peter that presented
Please do
it.
not. Please do
Yeah.
not. Please do not swear, first of all. And by escorted out, you can also be escorted out of this VC. You can be timed out. All right. We are moving on. Is there anyone else who wants to bring something to Parliament?
If no one's going to go, I can go.
Yeah. You may.
Okay. Yes, I would like to introduce to the Parliament my amendment that I mentioned earlier.
Well, hold on. It's not allowed to wear Parliament. If you wear armor in Parliament, everyone except for Healy cannot wear armor in Parliament.
Yeah, he's like the guard.
Okay. Please continue, Mr. Premier.
All right. So, with the help of TXR, I have compiled new amendment, a series of 3 that are going to be upcoming very soon.
Soyuz, I don't want to see you with that shield or those boots. Please take them off. Okay, I will excuse it because your inventory is full. All right, but only for this time. Yes,
Now-
Mr. Speaker. Yes, Mr. Premier. Sorry.
Okay, so I would like to introduce to the Parliament my Electoral Reform Act. Well, not Act, amendment. And this is to and this is to pretty much reform how our elections work, right? Because we all saw how messy it was during the last election. I mean, Askus questioned the legitimacy of the election, and basically we had to do a redo, and there's a lot of people, and there's still people like, I don't know, right? There's a lot of things that went on during the last election that, frankly, we didn't know that was going to happen. I mean, the previous 3 elections worked, well, just fine, right? But this 4th one apparently didn't, right? So what I want to do, exactly, what I want to do is I want to set a new I want to set a new system in which would split the election into two, if that makes sense, right? We're going to have an election for MPs and we're going to have an election for premiers. And when you apply using the Google form, right, to run in the elections, you have to select whether you're going to only run as MP or you're going to run for premier, right? And so the first day will be for MPs, right? And the only way you can actually make it to the second day of elections, right? So you'll there's 2 rounds, if that makes sense, right? You're going all those who run who stated that they're running for premier, right, will must first be elected as an MP during the first day, and then the second day they have then they're added to the ballot for the second day. So essentially, is if you don't get elected as MP first, you won't be able to run as a premier, right? You won't be put on the ballot. And well, what this will do is it'll prevent accidental premierships. So people who are running won't accidentally just become premier out of nowhere with absolutely no policy, right? And and two, this will make it a lot easier. So the first day isn't as competitive, right? And the second day is where like the main event happens, where the premiere is, where the main changes are going to happen, right? People are going to be focusing on that election. So I would say this would make the election a lot easier to actually handle. So you're only like focusing on like saying on the first day, like for example, Luke will be just broadcasting like who is actually the party statistics, who's actually looking to get elected at that time, right? Who the votes are going to. And then for the second day, Luke is just going to say, "Hey, this person has this many votes, this person has this many votes, and this person has this many votes. Whoever has the most votes wins," right? And we'll also be doing away with the ranked choice voting for the premier elections. The MPs will still have to do the ranked choice voting, right? Yes, you can. Um, and yeah, and then right afterwards, during the premiere, it would be single selection. So you can only select one person to give your vote to, right? And we've also set some standards to how each election should look like, whether on how it should be randomized and how people should be authenticated with who the people are and whether they're actually eligible to vote. So we aren't having people like getting their real life friends on and just saying, "Hey, can you vote for this?" Right? Because the thing is, we saw once because what we saw is that during the first election before the redo, during the fourth elections, right, we saw like a huge spike of people, like probably like an extra 20 people, right? Not a it's a marginal increase, right? And then during this redo, there was 20 people less, right? And that's clearly not good because now that we actually authenticated people this next time, and that's the case. And you know what's funny is that Aska's first election was near the top, and then now the second one he was near the bottom, right? So that was big thing. Now, with all these rules and regulations, we're going to make sure that the election cannot really be contested. And we are going to make it a lot more secure so people can't just say, "Hey, this election is false and rigged," and stuff like that. And if there is any, if there is anything, which I highly suspect there won't be, the Supreme Court will be introducing will be overseeing the election if there is a call that it is rigged, which again it shouldn't be, and that's how it will be, right? On top of this, in the same amendment, we are also going to be discussing we're also going to be discussing minister reforms and how they get chosen and who they can be. So ministers They currently can only be chosen from MPs and state rulers. We're going to change that to where anyone can be a minister as long as they are given a recommendation from the premier. So then the Senate must confirm those people, if that makes sense. So and here would be the process of it, right? This person, right, comes up here and says, "Hey, I want to be minister." They talk to the premier. The premier thinks, "Oh, hey, this should be a good idea, good pick for this ministerial position." And then they go over and they go to the Senate and say, "Hey, I think this guy should be minister of this ministry." So then the Senate votes on it. They say, "Hey, okay, this I agree. This guy should be a minister." And then there you go. That guy is now the minister of that ministry. That also makes it easier. So then we have a larger pool of people who are going to be talented, and also going to be hopefully good at their job, according to the current premier at the time. Instead of just having limited to the certain people who may have just run in the election, right? Went inactive like a month later, and guess what? You're kind of done for because that was all the people that was probably the best choice to actually be that ministerial position. So now that isn't going to be that's going to be completely fixed, and then now premiers will have the authority to pretty much choose who the minister is, aside from those who are MPs and state rulers, right? Um, of course, with the approval of the Senate. Um, Next thing is that minister terms will coincide with each election. So there is no specific term limits on ministers, but there are terms which coincide with the premiers. Um, and they will be sworn in. They won't be like sworn in specifically on the day of the Senate needs to confirm them once again if they are going to maintain the same be the same minister of that position, if that makes sense. Um, and um, and lastly, ministers may resign, but they must let the um the premier know that they are going to be resigning 4 days before leaving. So then the premier can decide who's going to be the next minister without an interruption in service. Um, and lastly, the third for the third article, we're going to be fixing some constitutional loopholes, which I have noticed that have been here since pretty much the beginning, right? Um, so the first thing would be the people cannot vote on federal bills unless stated by the Speaker of the House, Premier, or King to be their turn during a constitutional amendment change. In the Constitution, originally anyone could vote. You didn't have to be a minister of you didn't have to be a minister of or I mean member of parliament any at any time anywhere, right? You could just vote in an election, right? And a bill thing. They could say in the Constitution, according to the Constitution, right? Now we're going to fix that to where, hey, now only MPs are able to vote in said election, not elections, but votes and stuff like that, right? And the second thing is that only MPs will be able to propose legislation and not ministers. Um, being with that power, the power to propose legislation being reserved to only members of the House of Assembly and the Premier. Um, as what we all thought before we realized, like, hey, this isn't to be. Um, and hopefully by doing this, we can promote a lot more activity. That if you're active, you will get a job in the federal government, and if you're inactive, you will lose your job, and not a case of like, hey, I'm inactive, but like there is no one else to take my job, so I'm gonna just keep my job and come on whenever I want. No, that's not how it's gonna work anymore. That way we can keep having a cycle of active ministers instead of just having a bunch of inactive ministers just sitting there and being like, hey, well, I mean, we got the job. We really don't need to do anything now. risk to us because who else are they going to pick? Which I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's a lot of people, especially during the last election, who said during my first term that a lot of ministers were inactive. That wasn't particularly my fault because of the fact is that I couldn't pick another minister. They weren't there, right? I mean, they literally weren't active. Like no one was active out of the MPs and the state rulers. And if they were doing other things or they were already a minister. But yeah, that is the end of my my amendment, and I will be posting this later. Is there any questions about this?
Does anyone have any questions or anything to say?
Can I speak
can I-
about the
yeah.
election? Because FMRG
Um,
made a very serious accusation that I possibly could speak on, you know.
Yeah. May I also please speak after?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
First, ask us.
on the matter of cheating that FMRG said, like, it's just, people know it's happened.
Can someone
don't
please?
know-
Oh, still screen sharing. Okay, good.
I don't know why you're accusing us of cheating. We got around 400 inside the new one, and in the other one we got around 600, and you guys had around 800. You got around 589. So we fell by 200. You guys fell by 300 between the two votes. Now the thing is, because inside the first vote, I was alphabetically, I think, third, maybe second. Pretty sure that was Agent and Auntie. That was first and second. So it makes sense that it would fall inside votes after the new election because there's no longer the alphabetical order. What doesn't really make sense in how you fell 300 votes past. So if you want to accuse people of cheating, please look into your own party and look for it. Now, I have looked into my party for looking for cheating. You have not. Or at least not to my knowledge, and to have the audacity to go up to Parliament and accuse me of cheating is just ridiculous. And also, on the ban FMRG thing, that was a joke if you did not notice.
Okay, well,
Although
first off,
very disrespectful and uncalled for, Mr. Askisk, especially during
You can make
Parliament.
that argument, but you know.
yeah, but to
a
respond
lot
to
less
what you
than
said,
cheat.
I didn't accuse you of cheating. What I said is that I was just stating the facts of what happened during the election. Because previously in the first one you were guaranteed a seat, and then in the second one you lost your seat, especially to your own party, right? Anyway, next on to Elysium. Can let him do
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I get up? My thing is not working. Anyways, I'll
Yes,
just speak
Elysium.
from. I will just speak from in here. I would. Oh, and I just fell through the floor. There we go. Okay, so I rise as the leader of the Greens and as a representative of the Green Party that the Thalvian Greens approve the motion and the amendment. We have seen, especially with the Speaker, Morrison's, we have seen the stress that has come from the accusation of a rigged election, and that's not what Thalvian is. We are supposed to be a free and democratic nation, and so the thought of election rigging is something that we need to take with utter seriousness. And so, as doing so, we approve the message. We saw that. When we checked the logs of the election, we found that there was 8 Canadians that voted, even though we only have one confirmed Canadian in the Thalvian election. So that was already a big telltale sign. And also, when the votes were, when we did the rerun, we found that the votes had changed significantly, with many people dropping and many people rising, and a complete and utter premier change, with it going from, I believe, agent to FMRG. So, of course, with that evidence provided, we need to take that seriously, and we need to. I advise all other parties inside this chamber to approve the motion. And that is pretty much all. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Elysium. Also, I'm sorry, I'm on my phone, so my sound is a little bit different. Regardless, is there anyone else who wants to speak?
As a
Please,
final, as to say, like a final thing to say is that to the MPs and the senators in the parliament today, it will be posted ready to vote within like later today, within like a few hours, if not a lot sooner. And we will start the the actual like citizen voting after both the Senate and the MPs have confirmed it. Anyway, I yield.
thank you, Mr. Premier. Is there anyone else who wants to speak? If so, please raise your hand in Discord, because I am currently not at my computer. I'm currently in another room.
Pretty sure Luke said in chat he has an announcement. Is that right?
Okay, can someone read out for Luke, please?
I can do it.
Oh, wait. Before we go to Luke, I almost... actually, no. Let's go to Luke before going to you, James, because I need to be at my computer for that. Luke, you can speak. FMOG, would you be willing to read out
Yes,
for
I
Luke?
can do that. Typing up a Bible, I swear. If any of y'all can come to Chusei after Parliament to help take down the rest of the Capitol building, that would be great. Thank you. DM me if you're interested. You'll need an axe, pickaxe, shovel, and scaffolding.
To that, I'd also like to say that for today, after Parliament, if everyone is fine with it, we can do a small movie night where we can vote for like something to watch.
After that, we can do terraforming and start building the new stuff. Also, Justin is
Yes.
doing some cool stuff in Prinia.
Yes.
Check it out on the build
Alright.
server just north of Chusei.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm still
Thank you.
not
I
in
yield
my
my
room.
time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Premier, sorry. Unfortunately, I'm still not in my room, so James, you may speak. FMOG, could you also read out for James, please?
Yes, I can. Hold on. Server's lagging again.
Is he in game? His name is Builder. Builder 12347.
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
Or are you
Yeah, it's just
still? Because
There we go.
if you're not in game, then you can type in the chat here.
yeah. Don't see him in game. Okay.
Okay, then you can just type in the chat in the
Yeah.
Parliament chat in Discord.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for having me here. I would like to talk about a town I am planning. So there's a problem that Lucretia and I both need a piece of land in this particularly say where it says disputed. I can't speak in game. Apologies. Okay. So essentially what I can give a rundown of this whole situation according to what I know. Recently there has been talks with Rukel over a land deal that we can do, potentially involving both Elskegard, Flanderia, Sanctuaria, and Lucretia, right? And what even though basically it hasn't really been discussed that much between with me, right? Originally, the states that were of Credia, Flanderia, and Sanctuary originally made stakes into what they wanted. But later on, Bato and Sir Duck talked, and apparently they have decided that they have wanted to make a claim using the land gains from the Brukeli land deal. And according to the map that I was given, Lucrona and Sir Duck's claim are in conflict because both want certain territories, which the other isn't exactly willing to give up. And I would like to talk to them both after Parliament to see how we can resolve this, because clearly it's a big thing that's clearly it's a big thing that actually is affecting us, especially with the fact that if and when we have this Brukeli land deal between us and Brukel, we need to be able to be ready in terms of what land we will receive, and and who gets what, right? And essentially is that we have to talk to both Teslov and Sir Duck about what gains they're going to be getting, and stuff like that. Um, is there anything else you wanted to say on the situation, Sir Duck? Okay, he says yes. One moment. Oh, good. Just typing. I would also like to add that I want these lands to develop it, make it beautiful buildings, expand Thalvian in general and economically, because Brukel simply doesn't care about its lands. I would like to develop them fully, and Lucrona already has a lot of land. They should focus on recruiting rather than expanding. Arias, I think you should say happy belated Halloween, by the way. Anyway, yeah.
May I please also have the floor?
Yes, you can have the floor, Elysium.
Thank you. Thank you. I would just like to just quickly come on, and nothing to do with any sort of politics, but if you look outside, you may have noticed it, especially with the really awesome floating text. Morrison's and our current Speaker of the House and co-leader of the Thalvian Greens has created a mural for Remembrance Day outside, where every poppy represents 100,000 people who have died in either World War One or World War Two. I think we have done a lot of this before, honoring real life events and national holidays and places of extreme importance. And I just want to congratulate on behalf of the Fabian Greens to Morrison's and to everyone here who works on all of these amazing projects and special events that really make Fabian a really good nation. So I yield back.
Thank you, Elysium. All right. Is there anything else that Sir Duck wanted to add? All right, Arias, you can come up to the stage.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
First of all, good evening to everybody. Sorry for my late intrusion as I'm currently inside a Volvo, inside a school trip, so it's quite busy for me. So I did wanted to ask from the Parliament, especially Mr. Premier, is your government channel in our Discord updated to current government positions?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And Sir Alex
Okay,
of
second mic,
the
please.
Commonwealth of Sanctuarian. Is he Parliament, House of Assembly?
Yes, he is in Parliament today.
Not as in that way. I mean, has he won election and became a member of the Parliament?
No, Alex is the state ruler of Sanctuary and therefore cannot run as MP.
And is Mr. Alex the permanent minister of?
Yes, he is the permanent ruler for Sanctuary. Yes.
Not for sanctuary. I mean, is he the permanent minister of foreign affairs for the nation of Thalvian?
No, he is currently not the permanent minister of foreign affairs. He's just taken up the role just as an intermediary until we have passed this amendment. So therefore, we can choose a minister of foreign affairs that would fit Thalvian.
Assuming that was it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Does someone else want to say anything? Present anything to Parliament? For the people who are new, for the people who just joined, who missed the important announcement at the beginning, we're going to do a coronation event in 2 weeks. So then Parliament, the Parliament in 2 weeks, same time as now, will be a coronation event in which I will be crowned Emperor of Thalvian. FMRG will be crowned. Healy will be crowned the 3rd Prince. FMRG will be crowned the 4th Prince, and Alex Given Grace will be crowned the High Priest of Thalvian. I just wanted to point that out. So it's in 2
Yes,
weeks.
you can speak,
same time as
Elysium,
now.
after this.
All good.
Yes, Elysium, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker and temporary speaker. Just adding on to the coronation, I am going to put forward my I'll be putting forward my proposal for the
Yes,
coronation
named
to
me,
create
sorry.
an entire suite of music. I have already started composing and creating a bunch of music that is original and for the coronation itself. And so I would like to request to the temporary speaker and His Majesty if in doing so I have this approval, and also if we can streamline a pamphlet and a sheet and a timeline over what's going to be occurring over the coronation event, so I can choose what music to fit into and how to place everything to
Yes,
make sure everything runs smoothly.
we will soon plan out the event. We will
Okay.
very soon plan out the event. What I would like from all citizens, very important, everyone in here, spread the word as much as you can. I want this event to surpass the return event, which had 50 people present. Meaning I want this event to have at least 60 present. If we can reach that goal, that would be wonderful. So spread the word to as many people as you can to get as many people to join. They don't have to be citizens. They can also be, they can just be diplomats. Does not matter. As many people as you want, bring them with you. It will take place. It will take place in 2 weeks, same day. So Sunday the 16th. This time as Parliament in Sonomania, in the Church of Sonomania, which has yet to be built, but it will be finished by then. So bring as many people as you want. We will make an announcement a little bit after Parliament. I will be writing an announcement for the event. So if you want to, you can use the announcement, forward it to as many people as you want. And yes, that. I hope to see as many of you there. I hope that it will be a very good event, a very wonderful event. Besides that, does anyone else wish to bring something to Parliament? The 8-star. Arise. 8, not 7. All right. If no one has anything else to say, then if no one has anything else to say, then oh no. We already discussed with James for providing alcohol, but if you also want to provide alcohol, Hills, that is also you're more than welcome to. The more the better, of course. I cannot give a clear timeline, Elysium, currently. I would expect there will be of course people join in, they come sit down, there will be the crowning itself, a speech, the naming of the others. Maybe we would do like some sort of thing like a moment for people to give presents if they want to, for diplomats and others to give presents if they want to. If you want to donate anything like alcohol, if you want, or whatever, please do so. It would be highly appreciated.
Yep.
If you have any
Thank you.
suggestions for the event, do message me.
Yeah.
But besides that, that is mostly it. If no one else has anything to say, however, I would also like to discuss, to ask Dra about the current situation regarding Iron Rose. If that is all right with you, Dra.
Draw just said that they had to go.
Oh,
I could say something quickly.
Okay.
yes.
All right. Hello, people of the Thalvian Senate. So our current situation with Iron Rose at the moment, they currently own and are hoarding 2 of our towns that we have over by Brickell. That is basically the gist of it. One of them was given to them, so we don't honestly need that one back because it was a gift from its old mayor to that nation. But the other one, named Sprucia, that one that one's being held there, and the owner of that town, who is currently banned, got asked them to give it back to us, and they just have not cooperated at all when it comes to that end. That's basically the gist of it at the moment.
All right. Regarding everything, setting up everything properly, is there what is the main need that Flanderia has at this moment? Because
At the
I
moment,
don't think it is building, right?
so at the moment, it's gonna be getting the towns we've lost back, because there's that one and one more that's being owned by a land dealer that we've been trying to get back.
Yeah, but
And
I'm sorry, but what I mean is, like until in the meantime, while we are trying to get the towns back, what kind of progress is the most? It would be the most important right now for Flanderia.
honestly, building up our towns, we need help with that. We have 2 towns right now that we are currently working on, and we just need help when it comes to that end.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Could I also request that if it would it be possible to make a schematic of the entirety of Flandria?
I could do that. Yes.
I'll paste it into the build server. It will be hell to paste in. It will be hell. I remember Elske got it. It was pure nightmare fuel, but I will try my best to do.
Mhm.
But thank you.
I'll get that to you by the end of the day.
Okay, that will be fine. Is there anything else, people? Could I talk with you in about 45 minutes? Yes, Hills. We'll talk in a bit.
Right.
If that is everything, then the last that I want to say is let's try and beat the Crusaders, okay? Because a year ago they changed from the Crusader Kingdom to the Crusader Empire, and 50 people were present at that event. Yeah, we already beat that with our return event. Let's try and beat it with our coronation event, okay? Let's try and make this one go down in history books, people. Like I want everyone here to like message as many people as you can. Get them on. Now after I end this parliament, let's all go in VC. Let's build a little bit in. While we build, we can also screen share, and we can watch a movie together. We can watch a movie together or a series or whatever. We can vote on it. So yeah, thank you everyone for having attended this beautiful, wonderful parliament meeting, and I hope to see you guys in VC.